Hello friends, in today's session we'll be discussing about the hazardous areas and their respective classifications. So the contents of this presentation are: what is hazardous area, what is an explosive atmosphere, the reference codes and standards, hazardous area classification, flammable material classification, temperature classification, ingress protection or IP rating, and explosion protection methods. What is hazardous area? A hazardous area is a location where the potential for fire or explosion exists, caused by the presence of ignitable gases or dust in the atmosphere. Examples of these locations includes oil and gas facilities, chemical processing plants, and pharmaceutical manufacturers. What is an explosive atmosphere? An explosive atmosphere is defined as a mixture of flammable substances in the form of gases, vapors, mist, or dust with the air under atmospheric conditions. Atmospheric conditions are commonly referred to as ambient temperatures and pressures, that is to say, in the temperature range of -20 degrees Celsius to +40 degrees Celsius, and within the pressures of 0.8 to 1.1 bar. Codes and standards for hazardous applications. First one is FM. FM stands for Factory Mutual. So this is a laboratory under UL which provides standards, testing and certification in the US, where UL stands for Underwriter Laboratories. Next one is IEC, which is International Electrotechnical Commission. So this is a worldwide standard that defines the most widely adopted hazardous and area standards. Next one is the EX. So this is a European standard where commonly known as ATEX, where this also follows IEC standards. The last one is NFPA. So this is National Fire Protection Association. This is a North American standards where NFPA is the primary agency for the protection of installations from fire and explosions. Hazardous area classification. So majorly hazardous areas could be classified into two groups. First one is the gases and vapors, and the second one is the dust. Under gases and vapors, this classification could be done in three different zones: zone 0, zone 1 and zone 2. Under dust, the classification could be done as zone 20, zone 21 and zone 22. Hazardous areas are classified in terms of zones and divisions. Under zones, it is classified under IEC standards, whereas under divisions, it is classified under North American NEC standards on the basis of the frequency and the duration of the occurrence of an explosive atmosphere. Under zone 0 and zone 20, explosive atmosphere is continuously present. After that, under zone 1 and zone 21, explosive atmosphere is likely to occur in normal operation. Now, under zone 2 and zone 22, explosive atmosphere is unlikely to occur, but if it does, will exist only for a very short period of time. Flammable material classification. Depending on their properties, gases and dust are classified by groups. This property includes factors such as ignition energy, autoignition temperature, upper and lower explosive limit, flash point, etc. Here gases and vapors could be classified as 2A, 2B and 2C, where 2A group stands for acetone, methane and propane gases, 2B stands for ethylene, hydrogen sulfide, 2C stands for hydrogen, acetylene and carbon disulfide. Under dust, this could be classified under 3A, 3B and 3C, where under 3A there are combustible fibers, under 3B there are combustible dusts which are not conductive, under 3C there are combustible dusts which are conductive in nature. Temperature classification. Temperature classification is also known as temperature class or T class, that defines the maximum surface temperature that a product designed for use in a potentially hazardous atmosphere is allowed to operate at a relative ambient temperature of -20 degrees Celsius to +40 degrees Celsius. The temperature here is classified into 6 different categories based on the ignition temperature of gas or vapor. They are T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 and T6. Accordingly, the maximum surface temperature of 450, 300, 200, 135, 100 and 85 respectively. This is also shown in this table. For example, the product with T code of T3 means the maximum surface temperature will not be exceed to 200 degrees Celsius. Ingress protection or IP ratings. Ingress protection of equipment must be suitable for prevailing conditions at the point of use. IP rating is the resistance offered by the fixtures to the penetration of solids and liquids. It is indicated by the IP rating, which is a 2-digit number. The first number identifies the degree of protection against the ingress of solids, whereas the second number is against the ingress of liquids. If we talk about IP65 rating, that indicates total protection against dust and protection against low pressure jets of water. Explosion protection classification. So every product will have at least one explosion classification, where this is a code of indicating the production concepts and approved environment in which this item can be used. The classification being with EX, where EX denotes that it has been certified against the international or IEC standards. Where the equipment contains electrical security, there are a number of ways to prevent spark, heat or short circuits from causing ignition of the explosive atmosphere. Filling the enclosure with a material which acts as a barrier, which is a powder, a liquid, solid or pressurized inert gas. Or else reducing the energy, which means intrinsic safety. The entire classification is also shown in this table. Now we will be taking an example for explosion proof marking. Here the explosion proof marking is being highlighted in yellow. Here the first term is EEX, which is a product compliance with EN standard. Q is the type of protection, which is power filled. 2A is the gas group, which means for the propane gas. T5 is the surface temperature, which has been classified for 100 degrees Celsius. GA is the very high equipment protection level and will be safe even after 2 malfunctions, and which is suitable for zone 0 application. This is all about today's session. Thanks for your attention.